In this episode of Black Mirror, we follow Maria, a woman who works in a food development company, as she slowly begins to feel like her world is being taken over by an old classmate, Verity Greene. The episode explores deeper themes like gaslighting, identity, truth versus perception, and the terrifying power of rewriting reality. We start with Maria at home, trying out food samples for her job. Her partner, Kay, wears a cap that says Barney's, a detail that seems small but will become important later. At this point, the world feels grounded. Maria goes to work at Bête, where office life is full of little arguments, like over almond milk and projects in development. Maria is working on a new product called the doubloon, a plant-based marshmallow that avoids animal products. It's especially important because their client, Mr. Bête, is Hindu. Everything shifts when a woman named Verity Greene enters a focus group. Maria recognizes her from school. Verity looks different, but her presence shakes something in Maria. It's not just awkward nostalgia. It feels like a threat. Verity is from Maria's past, but the way she's reintroduced feels off. At school, Verity was the freak, a lonely nerd who had no friends and was the center of an inappropriate rumor involving a teacher. Now, she's charming, social, and somehow getting closer to Maria's life. When Verity applies for a job at Maria's company, she gets hired almost immediately, even though Maria had no idea there were openings. This is the first moment Maria begins to lose control over her environment, and this is a key theme of the episode, losing your grip on your own life and on what you know to be true. Early in the episode, a new version of a chocolate bar called the Hucklebuck is tested. At first, the group hates it. Then, after trying another one, they all suddenly love it, but nothing changed about the recipe. What changed was their perception. This moment is more than a test kitchen experiment. It's a symbol for what's happening in the episode. It shows how easily reality can be bent and how quickly people can be convinced to change their minds. It's also the first subtle hint that something unnatural is happening. As Verity becomes more liked at work, Maria becomes more isolated. The people around her don't seem to see what she sees. Verity makes mistakes, like leaving out an important ingredient from Maria's recipe, but no one believes Maria when she tries to explain. She's forced to apologize for something she didn't do. This is classic gaslighting, where a person is made to question their own memory and reality. And the worst part is, the world around Maria seems to agree with the lies. Even her boyfriend starts defending Verity. When Maria checks her boyfriend's hat and sees that Barney's has changed to Bernie's, it's a sign that reality is being altered, not just in her head, but for everyone. Eventually, Maria realizes Verity isn't just manipulative. She's using technology to change the world. She finds out that Verity owns a quantum compiler, a machine that allows her to rewrite reality, like editing a file on a computer. The necklace pendant she wears is the remote control. This is the sci-fi heart of the episode, but it's really a metaphor for control over narrative. In our real world, we live in an age of fake news, deepfakes, AI-generated content, and manipulated history. This machine represents the fear that truth is no longer stable, that someone with enough power can decide what's real. Verity's pendant isn't just a sci-fi gadget. It's a symbol of modern control. It's small, sleek, and always with her, like a smartphone or a smart home device. At its core, this episode is about the line between delusion and truth. Maria is painted as paranoid, unstable, and jealous, but we, the audience, know she's right. That makes the story scary, because if everyone else sees you as wrong, does the truth even matter? It mirrors the way real-world people are treated when they speak out, especially women, about abuse, manipulation, or injustice. They're often told they're crazy, too emotional, or imagining things. This episode shows what that feels like, and then takes it one step further by asking, what if the person gaslighting you could rewrite reality itself? By the end, Maria has been completely pushed out of her job and her life. Everyone sides with Verity, and when Maria tries to stop her, she's met with confusion and rejection. She can't even prove that nut allergies exist anymore, because Verity erased that concept entirely. When Maria breaks into Verity's house, She finds photos of her with celebrities as an astronaut on magazine covers. These are all new realities created by the machine to make her feel good about her life. Verity isn't just living a lie. She's building a better life for herself at the expense of others. The most terrifying thing about this is that it works. The world goes along with it. That's what makes the episode so haunting. It's not about machines or technology. It's about power and how whoever has it controls reality. But Verity isn't just playing God. She's picking alternate timelines like items off a menu. She explains it's not changing things per se, but instead retuning the world's frequency to align with a parallel universe where what she wants has always been the truth. And the worst part is that Maria is completely alone in remembering how things used to be. What Black Mirror has always excelled at is taking tech and applying it not just to society, but to human cruelty. Here, Verity doesn't use this tech to gain money or fame. She uses it for revenge. She doesn't want to kill Maria. She wants to emotionally destroy her. Verity's statement, "It took 5 weeks to break Natalie. It's only been 5 days with you," is maybe the darkest line in the whole episode. It reframes everything. This isn't just a story about power. It's about pain and punishment. Verity has tried everything: fame, love, glory, but her past still haunts her. Instead of healing, she's chosen to become the very thing that hurt her, a bully. The power shifts when Maria shoots Verity and steals the pendant. She tells it, "The pendant works for me." Just like that, the reality bends. Armed police who once threatened her now believe Verity killed herself. Then comes the moment where everything changes. Maria tells the pendant that she is the empress of the universe. And the episode ends with her being worshipped by everyone, hailed like a messiah. This isn't a heroic victory. It's a moral collapse. Maria, who once seemed like the victim, has become just like Verity, maybe even worse. In a moment of trauma, she chooses domination over justice. Instead of destroying the pendant or ending the cycle of manipulation, she embraces it. Why? Because once you've seen how fragile reality is, how easily it bends, it becomes irresistible to reshape it in your favor. This episode of Black Mirror is about more than sci-fi. It's a mirror to our world, where the lines between truth and fiction are constantly blurred. With every manipulated image, every biased algorithm, every rewritten headline, we're living in a time where what's real is up for debate. Verity Greene is a symbol of this. She's not a supervillain. She's someone who felt invisible, who was mocked and forgotten. But when she got power, she didn't just want to be seen. She wanted to rewrite her entire life story. And in doing so, she shows us the darkest side of technology, the ability to erase, replace, and control reality. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.